The thing is, this whole idea among the Indian gurus to try to connect this philosophy with Freud and Jung's psychology. You cannot compare two different things. And because they are so obsessed to prove that, look, whatever is written in the Sanskrit scriptures is all scientific. What scientific? Science is all assumption. You talk to Albert Einstein, you talk to Stephen Hawking, they will agree that science is based on assumptions. And because it is based on assumptions and then you try to prove it, somebody else may come up with a different theory. Quantum mechanics. It's a new kid on the block. Transpersonal psychology, new kid on the block. So what these gurus were trying to do from 1800 something, from 1900, early 1900, they are trying to connect these two philosophies. They don't have to. They don't have to. And this is what I'm trying to do here, is trying to put them, okay, there are certain things which are very good in the Western philosophy. There are certain things good in the Eastern philosophy. Let's make them meet. We don't have to match them, no. Let's put them as a salad, as a gado-gado. Don't blend them together and make them into a fruit punch.
Yeah, because if we discuss about quantum mechanics, they always discuss about being the observed and the observer. I mean, it's like more, it's closer to the theories of the Vedic teachings than...
Quantum mechanics is about probability.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Basically, actually, until now, nobody really understands what quantum mechanics is. Mm-hmm. Because it is about probability.
Yeah.
So probability is limitless. I was reading a book some time back, and that is written by a scientist, but he is very clear. He says, look, if somebody can really explain what is quantum mechanic, it ceases to become quantum mechanic. If I can explain what are the probabilities, then it is no more a law of probability. You understand what I mean? If I can tell you these are the probabilities, then it is not quantum mechanic. Then it becomes another doctrine, another formula. Quantum mechanics to this date has no formula. Anything can happen, and this is what Vedic teachings are. When I went to this layer of the skies of my consciousness, I found God. But then I penetrated through him and I went above him and I found another layer of sky. And there I found gods also. And he goes on and on and on and on. And then he says, I don't know now what is God. So the German Max Muller, when he read this, he was confused that this is a scripture? How can a scripture be so uncertain what is God? Scripture should be certain what is God. Now the science says, yes, the law of probability is there. Anything can happen. About quantum mechanics, so Bhagwat, I was trying to tell you, because this is inexplicable. Yeah. You cannot explain it as yet. We have got 4 or 5 different translations of Vedas. Mm-hmm. And at least there are 2 sets of understanding. One set of understanding, another set of understanding is totally different.
Yeah, but every scripture doesn't it always be like that?
No. You look at Bible, it is translated. Okay, you may have different understanding of the stories.
Yeah.
But you will not have different understanding of the words. This is 2 different understanding of the words. The Vedic Sanskrit, you can draw different meanings. Bible is Bible, Al-Quran is Al-Quran, Gita is Gita, Bhagavad Gita, you read Bhagavad Gita, okay, I may have different understanding of a certain word, but not the whole of Gita. But Vedas, the whole of Vedas, if you, from the very first mandala, if you understand the first mandala in this way, the whole of Veda is speaking differently to you.
And when you were mentioning about what Patanjali was saying, Patanjali Yoga Sutra was saying about invisible, I didn't really get it. I mean, are we supposed to be invisible or?
Yeah, this is what people do to attend to Siddhis.
Ah, okay.
These are about Siddhis, right? You become invisible, you become so heavy that nobody can lift you, you become so thin that you become so subtle, rather, thin and subtle, that you can pass through the wall, yeah? Now, these are the Siddhis, you can attend to that, and I have seen people doing that. But Patanjali is also implying that, look, this is a very gross level thing. If you are happy with those petty things, fine. But there is a higher thing to achieve.
One more thing.
Yeah.
About what Yashwan was saying, he knew someone who can see, like to read other people's minds and what's going on like that. Isn't that part? Okay, isn't that part of Siddhi?
Yes, it is Siddhi.
Right.
It is Siddhi.
So it does not always represent when you have Siddhi. It reflects that someone's conscious already.
No, it is not reflecting one's conscious. But if you, now again, when you have the Siddhis, then again you have two possibility: Preya or Shreya. Hanuman has got all the Siddhis. Hanuman has got all the Siddhis, but he is using it for Shreya, for a noble cause, not for a personal cause. If you are using your Siddhis only to benefit you, then you are doing it wrong. But if you are doing it not just for money alone, of course, that is your profession, you have to make your living, but if you are doing it with a different intention altogether, to also help others to know themselves, then it's a different cause.
When you explain about Veda also, is quantum, is lots of possibilities. I suddenly remember that we learned from school that Veda is like a Wahyu. What is Wahyu? Revelation.
Revelation, yeah.
So something revealed and then based on actually probably based on perceptions of the one who got this revelations. So there's still this probability. Is that so?
No, you see the whole understanding of revelation, we are trying to again match everything with certain doctrine. Okay, in the Abrahamic religion and mostly in Al-Quran is considered as revelation. If you talk about Bible, only one part is revelation, the last book in the Bible. And that last book in the Bible is not a revelation to Jesus. It's a revelation to one of the saints, St. Paul, or who was that? St. John? Yes, St. John, yes. So it's revealed to St. John. John's revelation, yes. So we are trying to match everything. I would not do that now. I did that also because I have to write books. I don't want to be into trouble. But now I won't do that anymore. It is Veda, it is knowingness, it is knowledge. And knowledge is ever growing. You lay down some basic structure, after that this knowledge is expanding. Now revelation is something that revealed to you and very personal, revealed to you, revealed to a certain saint, certain prophet. And this prophet, this saint, is trying to document that, trying to write what he has been revealed with, So his ideas, perceptions are coming. They are two different things.
So what about the Rishi? Rishi is the one
Rishis are the one who see.
Sees, yes.
See.
Also, this see is not, it is not perception. So.
Yeah, of course, perception. Of course. Of course, this is a perception. I look at the tree. The tree is growing, okay? and I see the tree is okay, it's growing, it's good tree. But then somebody else comes. He says, no, this tree looks like growing, but there are certain things, certain hama, what do you call hama? Plague or parasites or something that can harm the growth of this tree at one point. So let me treat this tree. Now I am looking at the same tree. Somebody who is more knowledgeable to me is looking at the same tree, and we have different perception. Now Vedas, what Vedas have done is they have collected all these different perceptions and put them together. So there is no one idea. If somebody is trying to force the Vedas to match a certain idea, he'll be doing a lot of harm to Vedas, because Vedas is a compilation of different ideas. Just to show you that, look, if you want to know the truth, you find it out by yourself.
And then it means there's no absolute truth.
No. There is no absolute truth. If there is absolute truth, then I would not know. Once I know that truth, I become that truth. I'll not come back to tell you. So until now, I don't think it is absolute truth. Until I reach that state, then maybe at that time, maybe not, maybe yes, I don't know.